So this little olive drab and yellow bird is a chachalaca. It is very common from Mexico all the way down to Argentina. And there's like 12 different species of them. Their northernmost range is the southernmost tip of Texas. I was very fortunate to be able to get 3 of them on my last hunting trip. The fat on these birds has been pretty amazing. And the reason for that is that they're not migratory birds, and they hang out in the jungle eating fruit and seeds, and they actually will eat your garden vegetables. When they run around on the ground, they looked exactly like those little teeny dinosaurs that eat the guy who in Jurassic Park. They look exactly like these guys. I'm gonna make arroz con pollo with this guy, Mexican rice with chicken. It's a good way to get a lot out of a small bird. That's straight up fat. I've never seen anything like that. So everybody might be wondering, why am I now skinning a bird that I spent so much time plucking? The answer is, skin's not going to waste. So all of this skin and the fat underneath it, I'm gonna then fry out and render that fat, and all of that flavor, it's gonna flavor our rice. So nothing is gonna get wasted. Basil, parsley, oregano. Secret ingredient, chiltepin chilies. They're wild and they grow here. Onion's always good. And we're gonna let that sit and simmer real gentle for about 2 to 3 hours. After that, we'll pull the meat off the chachalaca, and then we'll save that back, and then that's gonna go in the rice later. This is what we're gonna use to cook the rice. So we're gonna render out that chachalaca fat, and we're gonna use that fat to saute some onions and garlic later in the process. Cover it with water. If you don't start with the water, the fat can scorch. Make a simple dish, goes from good to great by just doing little things like charring before you fry, or doing your own roasted chilies rather than getting them out of a can. It's been 2 hours to see how our bird is. I'll let it chill for a bit. So this all goes back into the broth. It's a rare day that you have a chachalaca, so I wanted to cut it up small so everybody would get a little meat. This is the skin. It tastes like chicken bacon. It's one of those things where you spend a bunch of time doing prep, and then the dish comes together like that, and people's like, oh, this is amazing, how'd you do it? Well, it's this prep work that makes it different. So this is the rice. It has the chachalaca meat in it, roasted green chilies, some cut up tomato, onions, garlic, and it's being cooked in a chachalaca fat. And so you want to toast your rice all the time for this kind of dish. Keeps the grains of rice separate. This is that broth we made.
If Hank Shaw made it, I can assure you it is excellent.
Put it on his back and
But now you hand them in and they come back clean.
I'm telling you, the guy is as good as it gets, man. If you haven't bought the book, Buck, Buck, Moose, Duck, Duck, Goose, and Pheasant, Quail, Cottontail, just quit watching our stuff. You're not our friend anymore. Isn't that right, Hank?
absolutely.
And if you don't go to his operation there, in his Facebook page, he may not want any more Facebook because he's got so many on his hunt. What is it? Hunt
Gather,
Cook.